So we're here to talk about Living A Course in Miracles, week 4. And our theme of the whole Living A Course in Miracles this time is true healing and lasting transformation. As you can see, I'm here with David Hoffmeister, my dear friend and teacher. And our topic this week is healing in mind and depression.
Depression.
So first we have to just say a little bit about the location.
Yeah. We are here at Kalani Oceanside Retreat Center here in the southeastern part of the big island of Hawaii, and it is, as you probably can see, spectacular.
It's heaven. It's absolute heaven. So the backdrop is real. It's not a green screen.
That
And
water coming up is not fake.
yeah, we didn't bring Hollywood in this time. We went to the real deal Hawaii. And just before we talk about the class this week, we're here and we're relaxing, and we're also preparing for our retreats. We have 3 retreats coming up in December and January and February. 3 different retreats, and you can find out about those at jenniferhadley.com/retreats. And so we've got 3 wonderful retreats: the week of Christmas, the week of New Year's. You can do those back to back or independently at the Living Miracles Monastery in Utah. And then in February, we're going to be here at Kalani for a week to 10 days.
Yeah, coming back. A lot of dear friends here, and it's just warm and luscious. And in February, you may need a break away from wherever you are to come and experience the warmth in your heart and the warmth of Hawaii.
And it's we're telling you about that because this is where our work has taken us.
Yeah.
This is where our work has taken us, and so it really it's amazing and it's true. We were talking about this with David Fishman in the class last week, Healing Anger and Hurt, about when you realize that you take responsibility for your choices, and that all of your choices in mind are creating your experience in the world of form, in the world of effects, that you are at the level of cause. You're the cause. When you take responsibility joyfully, willingly, gratefully, oh goodness knows, I don't have to blame it on anyone else now. I can take responsibility, and we don't have to be in blame. We don't have to be in shame. Then you can actually move into that place of gratitude and surrender, and everything starts to really get so much better, that your work can take you to a beautiful place like this, beautiful friends, beautiful people, and beautiful experiences. It's amazing. So our class this week is in healing the mind, healing depression. And earlier today we were having lunch and we were talking about how in our 20s we both reached such a level of despair.
Yeah, disillusionment was what I was calling it, because it was like nothing in the world seemed to be working, nothing seemed to be opening. I was starting to ask those deeper questions: what's it all about? What's the purpose? Why go on? And so on and so forth. And really, you could call it depression. You could call it a deep sadness, some kind of almost like a letting go going on at some deep level that I wasn't fully aware of. But really disillusioned with the whole world. And then that actually can lead to heights of happiness, as we're told in A Course in Miracles. And so that has been our experience, we've been carried way beyond it, but we had to go through that. There was no dancing around it and really no escaping it. It was letting it come up and facing it. It's been very important for us.
Yeah, as we were talking about last week with David Fishman, when you really keep trying to work your will and work your will and work your will, it will become more upsetting. It will become enraging. David was talking about going ballistic. You know, I don't know about you, but I've gone ballistic, you know, but not lately. And it's that losing your mind. You finally realize that you can't work your will. You don't want to work your will. That trying to work your will is making you desperately unhappy. And that's when you can finally, hopefully, give it up for God and move into that place of true surrender.
Yeah. So that's really what the show is going to be about. We're going to talk about from our own personal experiences, as we always do, and and also that turnaround, that lifting up that occurs when we finally give it up and give it over to God, and say, lead me, carry me, lift me up, help me. It's like symbolically being down on your knees, and really that's the beginning of the end of the depression and the disillusionment, when you really have that prayer of the heart that cries out and says, I really, really want help, and I need a change in my mind, I need a change in my awareness to really turn this around somehow, and it works.
It does. It works. It absolutely works, and it really works every time. So it's if you're in a place of despair and depression, then throw a party for yourself, because the end is near, and surrender is at hand, and resistance is futile.
Yes.
So surrender to God, and really, when you really sincerely surrender and you say, I don't know what anything is for. I'm tired of making the meaning. I'm tired of trying to get happiness. I'm tired of trying to get the answer, find the right guru, get something, and I'm really willing to recognize that the kingdom is pre-installed, and it's mine to share, and it's mine to have.
Yeah.
Then all heaven breaks loose.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, I like that. All heaven breaks loose.
That just came to me.
That's good.
The hell is over, and all heaven just breaks loose.
That's good. I love it.
Yeah. So life is truly gorgeous when you're not trying to work your will anymore. And I was just telling David before we started that seeing these waves here reminded me of a few years ago. I was in Maui, and I ignorantly and innocently went into the surf, thinking, oh, how yummy, I'll be in the surf and play in it. And the surf is not that playful, really. Sometimes it can grab you and pull you. And in that experience of being in the twisty-turny of the surf and feeling like I was in the washing machine, and that it could just crush me like a bug and spit me out, it could easily take my life, I surrendered to it, and I asked for divine assistance, just like help me. And I found a way to just rise up, out, and through it, and I got out of there alive, which I'm grateful for. But you can't work your will with the surf, and you really can't work your will here in life. It's really about recognizing that there's only one will, is divine will, and thank God for that. Thank God we can't successfully work our will and find everlasting peace and joy. Fortunately, we have to give it up to the oneness of all life, and it's so good. And it's 99% practice.
Yeah.
So you can read it in a book, but until you live it, you don't know it.
Yeah.
Until you live it, until you really truly surrender, it's just words on a page. Yeah. So we're giving it up for God, and we're grateful to be joining with you in class this week.
Yep.
And
Living A Course in Miracles number 4. That's
number 4.
How quickly they go by.
I know. 2 years of doing these classes. So if you know anyone who's depressed and feeling hopeless, this is the class for them. Join us. Woohoo!
See you soon.